All right, check it out, everybody. The D-Gen game is finally here, and I'm excited. We got all the chips, got the table, got the AC, got the refrigerator, and hopefully the game runs well, and I can get some good hands, record some good hands in it, and hopefully everyone has a good time. I bought this hat. I'm not a huge fan of straight build hats. I'm probably not going to wear it. Maybe I'll give it to one of the dealers that deal the game, and it kind of goes with the table. But anyways, wish me luck, and hopefully this session runs good. All right, all along. Okay, first hand of the night, I have Queen. There's a $5 straddle on. I bet 20 in the small blind position, the cutoff calls, and the button calls. I'm already in for my second buy-in at my own first D-Gen game, so I'm like, please let these pocket queens hold. The flop is ace of diamonds, ace of hearts, and nine of hearts. This flop is actually not terrible for me because I am thinking that it's less likely they have a ace, but I do scare check. It does check around, which is nice, but it comes out ace 10, which is still good, I would say. I think if I thought my queens were good at the beginning, I think it's good now. The cutoff eventually bets 35 into me. I'm not folding. I give him the call, and I turn over queens, and it's good. I'm not gonna lie, I did a terrible job at recording. Running my own home game was a little bit more involved than I thought. I didn't have cups, didn't have plates, and I had to go back and get money for some players and moving chips around. So not very good recording session. I'm gonna do better on the next one, but this was a fun bomb pot. I went ahead and showed it. One player got it in with top set on the top board. One guy went all in because he had the nuts straight right away, and I'm not even really sure what one of the players called with on the bottom board there, but the top board holds with the nuts with top boat over here. And the reason why I think this hand is really funny, one of our players, he wins the bottom board with a 10. A 10, yeah, he gets a full double up with a 10. You can see him dancing around over there. It was a really good game, good turnout, and I hope to try to host these more often. Yeah, thank you for everyone that showed up to the D-Gen game. Everybody else follow the winning hand! Okay, back at Paramount. I am playing Round of Each on Tuesdays. They hold Round of Each every Tuesday. Here I have a premium. I don't get to play premiums that often because I feel like I never get them, but I have King in a good spot. I am in the cutoff position. The low jack bets 15, hijack calls 15. I raise it to 40. Low jack calls the 40 and the hijack calls the 40. The flop comes out, 10 of hearts, 6 of spades, 3 of hearts. I would go ahead and bet 150. They both check to me. The low jack position folds right away, and the hijack jams over a little over $200, so it's not that much more to call. I'm definitely going to call with my overpair. I think I just ran into it for a second. The turn is the 5 of diamonds, and the river is the 10 of diamonds. I'm thinking he jammed with top pair or something like that. I show my pocket kings. He shows that he was on a flush draw with a pair, which I do not blame his jam. He has a lot of equity to call there. Preferably maybe one more player in there would be nice, but I get to actually win with 2 premiums 2 days in a row. That's kind of nice. Okay, here is a fun one. I am on the button with Queen 5 of hearts. I play almost anything on the button. This is one of my favorite positions, as it should be for everyone. Low jack bets 15, I call 15, small blind calls 15. The pot is 45. The flop comes out, ace of diamonds, queen of spades, 7 of spades. Small blind bets 15, hijack calls the 15. I call the 15 because I can improve. This is a very light call. I am mostly wanting to bluff on the river. It checks around on the turn. The small blind bets 15 on the river, the low jack position folds, and I raised 45 to look like a value bet for the flush. The king of spades came out. He also doesn't have much money left behind. If he jams, I still fold because I put him on a weak ace. He eventually calls the 45, and he does have a weak ace. Exactly what I put him on, and good call, man. Good call. Okay, here is a fun Omaha hand. Pretty much just showing you that I like to call light and eventually get there, but that may or may not have happened in this hand. We are $5 in, 7 ways. There was a straddle on. I am in the under the gun position. The flop comes out, King 7-10 on a rainbow board, which is nice. So if you see my hand, I have 4, 5, 8, 6. I am wrapped completely around the 7. One of the hijack positions, he raises it to 23. I end up getting the odds to call for being wrapped around the 7. If you can see here, I have a lot of outs. Any low card helps my hand. And then also there's a lot of money starting to get into this pot pretty quickly, just with 5 callers at 23. So the pot ends up being 144 on the flop with this many callers, which is nice. So if you can get there, that means that I should get paid the max amount. Also at a very cheap price for the amount of people in there. But the board turns a 7 right away, killing my hand. But what do you think? Would you make the call being wrapped around the 7 there? Would you take that risk? Okay, here is another fun Omaha hand. I have King of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, Queen of Spades, and 5 of Spades. So I have double suited connectors. The only card I really don't like is the 5 of Spades. I raise it 20 because there's a straddle on. I'm in the under the gun position. The low jack calls, hijack calls, then the cutoff bets around 140. I like my cards. I think that they're really good heads up. So this is actually what I try to do. I put in a squeeze of 400 plus. I repot it pretty much, putting max pressure on everyone behind me. This is actually not too hard of a move either because the people behind me only have $300 max. And so I just kind of throw out the amount of money that they have so they can see it. I really don't like this 5 in this scenario, which is funny about this hand, and you'll see why. Double suited straight cards are very good versus overpairs, and going heads up versus overpairs is a good way that you can flip with about 50% odds against whatever your heads up. The man to my left, he's in middle position, and he eventually folds too as well. Everybody else folds, and I do get exactly what I want. We go heads up. But the guy that folded to my left eventually tells me that he folded pocket aces with 1 suit, which is crazy to me. He only had like $180 left, and he folded. I probably don't fold in that scenario, and I definitely sweat it out, but I go ahead and show my cards, so it'll be fun for the whole table to watch the sweat. And I flop 2 pair open-ended, so pretty much all the money is going to get in there because it's a rainbow board too as well. I have a lot of equity, and the 2 pair holds. I don't remember exactly what Horatio has. He is a regular player on Tuesdays too as well. We go heads up a lot, so he'll probably win next time, but this time I get to scoop the pot with 2 pair. Good hand, Horatio. Good hand. Okay, here you'll see why I win or lose a lot of money in Omaha. I make kind of crazy calls in scenarios like this, but the flop comes out pretty nice for me in this one. I have ace, jack, 10-5. The flop comes out Queen 9-4 on a rainbow board. There's $50 in the pot, and we're 3 ways. So the flop comes out Queen 9-4. That gives me open-ended on a rainbow board, so I don't really have to worry about the flush cards. This is a really easy call. He doesn't really bet the max amount, which is just below the max amount, but it is nice. I call, the 32, leaving us heads up, and of course the queen comes out. The queen comes out, the under the gun position bets 75. I'm sure he has something good. I think he has a queen, but I just don't think he's quite there yet because he didn't really pot it at the beginning. And I'm like, all right, he doesn't get there. If my straight gets there, I'm good. And of course, it's the 3 of hearts, leaving it a total blank. He fires a said number, but it doesn't matter. I have ace high on this board, and I fold. I lose everything on that hand. Good hand, good hand. Did a terrible job at recording this hand. I really wish I did better, but you can see I have an unsuited gapper here. I ended up paying like $30 to see the turn, which I really shouldn't have. I had 4 outs. I get there on the turn, I check it. He bets on the river, get with 2 pair, and then I jam and I get paid everything. I get paid everything back from the previous hand, and this was only like 2 hands later, which is pretty nice. Here's another fun hand. A guy was losing throughout the night, and I was just gonna give him a shot to double up because I had figured he had good cards. I didn't. I had 5-8, and I got lucky on the river, giving me a straight. Sorry, man. Maybe next time. Okay, here is one more fun hand. I have Jack 10 offsuit under the gun. I bet 16. Button calls, big blind calls, and the flop is King 6-7 with 2 clubs. Big blind checks. I go ahead and bet 35. The cutoff, I bet the button folds and the big blind folds. So I take that one down with Jack high, and I get to profit $100 for my session. So good game, guys. I'm gonna call this one a W. Okay, we're gonna end the session there. That was a pretty wild session. I was up like, I don't know, like $600-700, and then down like $300, and the next thing you know, I have like 100. But that's Omaha for you. Omaha, you can lose a lot and win a lot in every other hand. Next thing you know, you have a few, like over 1,000 in these small games, and then the next thing you know, it's all gone. So, especially the way I play, I call a lot probably when I shouldn't, but it's fun when you get there, right? Anyways, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll do a better job at recording the DJing game. I might try to host it again this Sunday, and whatever football game's playing, we'll have it on in the background, and I'm gonna give the hat to the dealer, see if he wants it. It can go along with the table. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Catch us on the next one. See ya. Bye.